caves are more than rock. They are scars of survival, carved with courage and pain. They remind us that the history of slavery is not just one of chains, but of resistance. By remembering the hidden caves of the Dogon, we honor those who chose freedom in the only way they could, by disappearing into stone. Their silence still speaks if we are willing to listen. In the height of the raids, some Dogon families faced a choice no one should ever have to make: to be dragged into chains or to vanish into stone forever. They knew the raiders would not stop searching. They knew discovery meant capture, humiliation, and a life of slavery. And so, with shaking hands, they sealed the cave, stone after stone, layer after layer, cutting off the world outside. In that moment, the cave became both sanctuary and tomb. Their last act of resistance was silence. Centuries later, archaeologists found their remains, still resting in those chambers. Families who chose death and freedom over life in chains. Their story was never written, only carved into the stone. The hidden caves of the Dogon remind us that history is not only written in books, sometimes it is carved into stone, whispered through generations, and carried in silence. For too long, the story of Africa and slavery has been told only through chains, ships, and markets. But here, high in the cliffs of Mali, another story emerges, a story of resistance, of families who chose to fight in the only way they could, by refusing to be taken alive. These caves do not just speak of tragedy, they speak of courage. They remind us that survival is not always measured by victory in battle, but sometimes by the quiet strength to endure, to protect, and to resist. When we remember the hidden caves of the Dogon, we reshape how we see the history of slavery in Africa. It is not only a history of loss, but of defiance. Not only chains, but choices. And in their silence, the Dogon left us a message that freedom, even in death, was worth more than a life in bondage. If this story moved you, don't let it stay hidden. Subscribe to Cuffed and Curious, share this video, and help us bring more untold histories back into the light. The caves of the Dogon remind us that the past still whispers if we are willing to listen. And this is only one story among thousands, waiting in silence across Africa and the world. Here at Cuffed and Curious, we bring these hidden histories back into the light. Stories of survival, resistance, and humanity that were almost lost to time. If this story moved you, help us keep uncovering the untold. Subscribe now to Cuffed and Curious. Like and share this video so others can discover the courage carved into stone and the truths history tried to bury. Together, we can keep exploring the hidden stories of our past and make sure they're never forgotten again.